So we're up top here. We're up on a summit of this little ridge. Wonderful little short canopy forest, and we got a species of ancient conifer up there. We got Dacrydium. That's Dacrydium pectinatum from the family Podocarpaceae. Oh, there's all kinds of butterflies and shit flying around.
Look at Jason, he's climbing it if you want.
Oh, there he goes. Get a branch if you can so we can take a specimen.
Yeah. Oh, a lot of endemics.
Oh, wow. Don't fall and break your ass. So there's that Dacrydium. You can see it just kind of looks like a juniper, but it's not very closely related to junipers at all. Bird dispersed cones, much like a U. I love this family. God, they're so weird, so old. Mostly southern hemisphere. Most diversities in the southern hemisphere. And they don't get much higher than 15, 20 degrees latitude north. Actually, there's some in El Cielo. There's a Podocarpus in El Cielo Biosphere Reserve just south of the Mexico-Texas border. So we're actually ascending that, go look, get a better shot of that Dacrydium. You can see it up there. And we've got this Gesneriad right here with the little lipstick flower. It looks like an Escanathus. Ooh, very glabrous. Very, very glabrous, lanceolate leaves. And unique calyx. Very distinct calyx. Growing epiphytically. With a whole shit ton of orchids. Now this thick carpet of epiphytes I had to walk up. I'm sorry, everybody. I didn't mean to step on you. Much respect. So there, again, there's the cone. You can see Jason's collecting this, pressing for the herbarium. You got the fleshy red aril, which is just a swollen scale, swollen leaf scale, and then you've got the seed up top. And that's enough. And then it turns into these this tree, a fairly large forest tree, up here at, again, 5,700 feet. Let's keep going, see what else we can find. And orchids everywhere. And this is an orchid right here that looks like a grass, Dendrochilum. Nice to see them in flower. And then pseudogyne right there. Just forming little epiphytic baskets. Oh wow, now we're hitting the ridge. There's more of that rhododendron. Oh yeah, there we go. Woo! This little elfin forest. Oh, that's nice. This rhododendron subsessalum. I can't get enough of that. That's a nice fucking plant. Beautiful species with the landscape shots and everything. What are we looking at here, Jason? What's this?
That's the Caseknan watershed.
No, right here. This.
Oh, no. Urea from Pentaphyllaceae.
Pentaphyllaceae. I've never heard of that one.
No, there's a flower.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't see that. Is that
What's
Myrtaceae? What is that?
Yeah, it could be an Thiaceae or Pentaphyllaceae.
Ooh, very pleasant smell on those. Yeah, they kind of look like tea flowers. So maybe Thiaceae. Look at that dentate margin on the leaf as well. There you go. Ooh, here's a Dianella. Asphodelaceae. Purple flowers. These are used a lot in landscape, and they're kind of a horticultural atrocity in the United States, but it's nice to see a native one. And then there is that plant we were just looking at that smells so fragrant. That's Order Aracales, that we think is in the tea family. So here's a species of Pittosporum, which is in the order Apiales. Pittosporaceae is the family, and you can see it's fruiting, and they call this resin nut, I guess, because or petroleum nut, excuse me, because it smells. Those fruits have a really intense smell to them. It does kind of smell mildly like gasoline.
Yeah.
It really does. So what the hell disperses it? Some extinct bird or something, or what? Yeah, I would not say that's a pleasant smell. You can see they just right on the seeds already fell out of the one I was holding, but you can see they're in. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, it's a lot. There's just sphagnum moss everywhere. Just massive clumps of sphagnum.
Wow.
It's a nice little fluffy bed.
That's new.
These are orchids, correct?
Where? These? Ah, that's orchid. That's fern. Oh, yeah. Fern.
Woo, so we've emerged out of the forest, and now we're... There's more of that rhododendron. Yeah, that's a steep... Ooh, oh, look at the epiphytic liverworts on the...
Oh, it's kind of scary.
It's mildly terrifying. So we got this glabrous-leaved bastard, which has ericaceous-looking bark, like reddish bark, and glabrous leaves. And it seems to be a species of Simplocos, which I've seen in Costa Rica before, but I think most of the species are Old World, which is where we are now. Look at that green stigma. Oh, that's a nice green stigma you have there. Alternate leaves, red margin, glabrous as hell, and ovate. Now, anyway, stepping out of the bushes like a cruiser in a park, you can, wow, that's really nice. More of that Dianella right there. That's like a little thicket. More of the Pittosporum. I love just seeing butterflies just cruising on by. It'd be a rough, it's a little steep, but the vegetation would break your fall. UV's pretty intense. I do feel as though I'm getting roasted. Is that landslides or what's, I guess so. Doesn't seem to be human clearance. Those bare patches are just landslides. Really watch where you step. Don't break your ass. What the shit is this? Those are some lovely leaves, sir. I said, wow, that's some nice, and of course the rhodies. Then let's see if we can find some Nepenthes. See if we can find some carnivorous plants. Yeah, it's a little steep there. You could fall and break your ass. Yeah, the cicadas are so loud you can hear them from down below. And then we got an orchid flowering up there. Getting a lot of moisture on all the rising updrafts of air that surely hit this mountain, especially during the wet season. I think you get a lot of rain here. We're just here during the dry season. There's tree everywhere. It almost looks like a member of Ericaceae. It's Leptospermum. It's a myrtle. It's Myrtaceae. It's not quite flowering yet. You can see it's quite abundant though. And this really is a narrow little ridge. Wow. Holy hell. This is Clethrocsenescens, which we saw down below, but it's not as canescent up here. Also Ericales. And then we've got a carnivore. We've got a Nepenthes. We got a wonderful pitcher plant. You got Nepenthes ventricosa right there. They're very distinct. It's a very distinct form. Holy shit, look at the undulating lip. And there's another one in the tree over there. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that. Just a perfect modified leaf. Modified into a nutrient catcher. Just crawling up this rhododendron. Right beneath the leptospermum, covered in orchids. Oh, is that a dinocloa? You got dinocloa, that climbing bamboo, even up here. Oh, God. Is it Pittosporum again? Yeah. We are really on a narrow little ridge. So this is a Bulbophyllum you've never seen before.
No.
You think it's a new species or what?
According to Jason, 90% new.
What is going on with this inflorescence, man?
I have no idea. Look at that. That's crazy. There's more of them here. Look at that. Oh my god. That's beautiful.
Just going up this vaccinium. That's a massive vaccinium. Christ. God. Oh, look at all the pictures under there. Oh, that's beautiful. Just that's where all the they've got such a goofy shape to them. Fucking seussian creations. Seussian, Dr. Seussian evolution. Here's one that didn't open. Hediotis right here. Look at that. Yeah, rubiaceae again with the 4 petals. Opposite leaves. Look at the quote-unquote regular leaves on that Nepenthes. Jesus, God, that's a massive blueberry. Massive vaccinium. Leptospermum. And then we got a valley full of smoke and more land clearance.
Look at the other side. It's super pristine.
Yeah, so we got the human side of the mountain. And then you got a little bit of haze over there too. It's not as bad though. There's no land clearance at least. Woo, there's a leptospermum flower, and look at that. Ooh, nice nectar disc. Green stigma and a nectar disc. So right where that Bulbophyllum is, this is Juglandaceae. This is the walnut family. This is Engelhardtia is the genus. What do you say, spicata?
Yeah, spicata. Oh my god. So hard.
Okay.
So they got a permit to collect this, and you think that's a new species?
Probably this one.
Yeah. So you guys will take that and then get some good photographs. Are you going to press it, or what will they do with it?
I think it's gonna be preserved in alcohol.
Yeah, you might want to leave one for Rob to dissect tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let's see this.
Look how fleshy the inflorescence is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, careful with the flowers.
It's so weird.
Yeah, that's a weird.
Oh, yeah, there's the flowers on that spike. It's got to be going for flies, huh? We got another bulbo right here, and this one stinks. You can see it's got the mottling on the inside of that labellum, implying fly pollination. Ooh, is that a hinged labellum too, it looks like? And large pseudobulbs just growing on this leptospermum. Yeah, God, it smells like a fucking dirty diaper. Jesus Christ. Okay, so Jason collected this coelogine, and you'll do what? You'll put this in alcohol?
Yeah.
And you said this is one that gets poached a lot. Yeah. But by the time it gets to the market, it's already dead. Really ornate flowers there. Nice pseudobulb. You think that species has been described already?
Yeah, I think so.
There's the coelogony in situ. Unopened bud. Man, really ornate flowers. You said it kind of smelled like hand sanitizer, huh? The flowers did? Massive pseudobulbs. Alright, let's sneak out of here. Oh, God. Ah! Oh, yeah. So anyway, we're back down here at 3,800 feet, and you can see the cicadas that we heard from a distance now are everywhere. It's still so hilarious to me. It's such a fucking bizarre, such a bizarre sound for a cicada to make. We've come down about 2,000 feet, and we're back in the, oh, nice and spleeny. We're back in the denser, warmer forest. So that's where we were, way up there. Way up top of that volcanic knob. These bean fields weren't here a few years ago, and every year there's a little bit more bean fields and less forest. Such is the story all over the world. But anyway, God, it was just this fucking brutal hike. Yeah, coming down that thing did not feel good. My knees are wrecked. Here we got one of the Eastern Hemisphere oaks. This is the genus Lithocarpus, which are insect pollinated, not wind pollinated like the genus Quercus. Glabrous, you got a prominent vein on there. Yeah, pretty glabrous. No hairs at all. They can be large trees. Looks more like it looks like Notholithocarpus, the tan oak that you get in California that was put in this genus once, actually. They form little acorns once those flowers get pollinated. So these are the staminate flowers, and then this is the pistillate flower. So that's where the little, and they, what you got what look like little acorns, immature acorns at the base right there. So let's take a look at this ginger, okay? Zingiberaceae is the family, the ginger family. This Alpinia is the genus. So you can see you've just got what look like closed white flowers. They're just not open yet. There's one peeking behind towards the back of the plant that is open. You got this wonderful bract that protects the flowers, the inflorescence before it opens, before it's mature, and you've got this undulate margin to these leaves with penniparallel venation. Ooh, they're fuzzy on the underside too. That's kind of, I didn't expect that. That's pretty cool to see. They're fuzzy on both sides, on both surfaces. But turn around. Let's look at this. Getting fucking jabbed by sticks and shit. Jeez. Cicadas are finally waking up. There's the flower. And look at that. You can see it when it's open. You got a single anther in there with two theca. Right? Kind of like what orchids do. A single stamen, a single anther, and then you've got some of the, I guess the rest of the stamens have been turned into staminodes that resemble petals. So petaloid staminodes. There's one that's just opening. Really remarkable. And a lot of members of Zingiberales, including the bananas and the heliconias and Caustaceae and Marantaceae, they do this as well. A single stamen and then petaloid staminodes. The rest of the stamens have basically become infertile and then are just used as attractant bracts. It's a really showy ass flower. I had no idea. Look at the color palette there. That's nice. Red, yellow, pink. Looking like, some tweaker's plumbing job. Like, PVC tubing just sprinkled throughout the forest. It's got such a strange growth habit, but that's a bamboo. Look at it. Look, just going up the whole fucking... just fucking... Oh, God, there are so many people, so many world leaders I would love to kidnap and just fucking dose and just leave them in the goddamn forest. You know, every time they try to leave a certain perimeter, you just hit them with a stick and force them there to be there for a week. You know, give them like a pallet of canned beans, some water filter, and just force them to come out here. Listen to cicadas and birds all day and shut the fuck up. You see the buttress, there we go with the buttressed roots for stabilization. This is a dipterocarp, probably. Most of the major trees here are dipterocarps. They're climax species, so they don't get on once land's been cleared. They need the shady understory. Order is Malvalis for the dipterocarps. That may not even be a dipterocarp, but I just want to tell you about them. It's a species of dipterocarp that's a sacred tree in, what is it, India, Sri Lanka, Pakistan, one of those places. Out there's Ficus minahasii again with its flagelliform peduncles just laying on the ground nice, where they can be eaten by critters and easily dispersed. You can see they just come out of the trunk right over there. There's some right over there where that white mass of frog eggs is. Just draining the rivers. Well, they get enough rainfall here, it's fine, whatever. But it's going to agriculture, which is moving up the mountain and clearing more of the forest. These are actually kind of good, too. They're not ready yet, but they taste kind of good. Yeah, it's like a little sweet fig. It's that white stuff, some sort of fungus. Probably harmless fungus eating it, or a bacteria. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what that... What's that white shit? Ooh, looks like anal beads. You can whip me... Okay, I'm sorry. Never mind. We don't need to take it there. That's just my toilet here. And there's a dipterocarp in its full broccoli-like form. Such beautiful trees. I was so excited to see these when I found out I was coming here. I think all the dipterocarps are old world. It's all Eastern Hemisphere. I was just standing here peeing. I'm really enjoying the camo-colored lichen pattern on that tree right there, as well as the Angiopteris avecta, which is so distinct, that massive bastard of a fern down there. Oh, and I say at the too, we got tree ferns. Oh, how about that? That is a motherfucking dipterocarp. That's a massive one. Got the buttressed base of the trunk. Beautiful red bark on that. A hint of lichen. Just a little speckling of lichen, giving it a lighter color. Absolutely wonderful tree. Jesus. It's nice to see. It's an honor, gotta say. It's really pleasant to meet you, alright? I don't like a lot of people. They fucking, well, I like them as individuals, not in groups, but, you know, you're pretty impressive. I gotta give it to you. That is nice. I said, wow. Hey, you got some nice bryophytes on your trunk. How about that? Right here at the base. Was that a sphagnum? Or a relative? When did you germinate? How old are you? What's it like up there? How tall are you? That's what I wonder too. Got that mahogany, that beautiful mahogany. Wonderful red color. I can hear chainsaws in the distance. If anybody ever tries to cut you down, I hope a tree falls on him. Oh, well, here's a tree fern that just fell. You could see the abscission scars. Those circles where the fronds fell off. Must have been massive. Damn, we just seen a snake, but he moved before I could get a photo. It wasn't a viper. It was either an elapid, a cobra relative, or a colubrid, which are generally harmless. There you go. There's some logging. At least it's not clear cutting, I guess. You can see how beautiful the pterocarp wood is, though. A beautiful orangish, rusty color. Ah, it's sad. There's another grandiose one that they'll probably come for at some point. I hope not. But, there you go. God, I love this. This family's so dope. Just met it. So cool. Dipterocarpacea. And over here we have a really cool Ardisia, which is Primulaceae. The true primrose family. Look at those juicy anthers. The shooting star family. Yeah, look at those juicy anthers. And you got a style poking out of the center of it. Look at the leaves. They're in whorls, huh? Whorls, glabrous, short petiole. It's like 1/10 the length of the leaf. A blanceolate leaf. And it's just this thing. It's like a small tree, shrub. Ooh, nice modeling on that aroid. God, some of these leaves of these fucking aroids are really something else. Adaptive benefits of that modeling, I don't know. Oh, well, there's a massive snake shed. Looks like, I guess that's an elapid. A lapid or a viper of some kind. Very big snake, probably arboreal. Hanging out here, just getting by in a forest. Oh, God, look at this. What a lovely sight. Yeah, we got more Dinocloa. The tweaker plumbing. Nice openings in the forest here. We got Angiopteris avecta. Look at that vivid green. Climbing up a dipterocarp. It's like a nice little path. This is kind of cool. So this is a mycoheterotrophic orchid. Probably tapped into the symbiotic mycelium that's growing on the roots of one of these trees. And you can see right there is the flower. Of course, the whole spike lacks chlorophyll, or the whole raceme lacks chlorophyll. There's the column, that yellow thing in the center. And then there's the inferior ovary. And as you can see, the flowers that have been pollinated already are now pendant. So they're no longer sticking up, and that ovary is pretty swollen. That fruit is maturing, that 3-carpelled ovary. That red speckling. Wonder what pollinates these. Pretty cool though. Here's Aristolochia philippinensis. You can see it's a little shrub to about 2 feet tall, but it's got those wonderful abaxial surfaces, coriaceous leaves. Oh, there's a flower forming that hasn't opened yet. And got the fucking veins on these are just beautiful. What a weird version of an Aristolochia. Oh, see, it's just forming flowers. You got more just starting right there. Whole thing's glabrous and very like plastic feeling leaves. Feels like thick sheet plastic. What a weird form for an Aristolochia to take. Now there's one of the cicada species you're hearing right now. Seen green and black ones. So here's a nice illustration of a pandanus fruit. This is a kind of a skimpy pandanus. Of course, some of them can get 20 feet across. And this is a very skinny one. You can see it's branching. Does it have, yeah, it's got some prop roots down there. It's already got the prop roots going off, but you can see it's a compound fruit. And so those little brown things are the old styles and stigmas for each individual flower, which corresponds to one of those fruits. It's a compound fruit like a strawberry. Oh look, you could even see the stigma on top. It's a 3-carpelled stigma. Or a 3-lobed stigma rather up top. Is it 3 lobed? I can't quite see. Might be 6. So I shimmied up this sketchy ridge to get a look at one of these native bananas. They reportedly have very large seeds in the fruits, but there's no defining characteristics or unique characteristics that I can really... And I'm pretty unfamiliar with the genus Musa outside of, human cultivation. But it's a big genus, and some get really fucking big. Upwards of 50 feet tall. But there you go, the native banana. No idea what Musa species it is, but it's a banana species. Genus Musa. Ooh, look at how the leaves unfurl. It's quite lovely. Lots of wax on there too. Just exploiting an opening in the canopy here in this forest. Seed must have been shit out by a bat. Over there we got tetrastigma. That's the host for Rafflesia. This vine, Vitaceae, the grape family. See it just going up this assemblage of dead branches right there. Here's a undescribed species of begonia, but they've been unable to collect it in flowers, so they need floral parts to describe it. Beautiful leaves, though. Oh, you get hairs on them too. Look at the hairs, like orange hairs on the veins. Red undersides. So we got a terrestrial orchid here in the genus Plocoglottis, and the shit is it doing with that flower? Look at that. Look at that ornate labellum. What pollination system is this thing going for? Something regarding flies? And then it's just, and then it's just got a naked column. I really shouldn't touch it. I don't want to break the thing. It's just got a naked column, just open and exposed. Ooh, look at the hairs are a nice addition. Nice accentuation there. What a weird. Yeah, look at that, man. What the shit. I like how it's it's not straight up and down either. It's like a weird, it's contorted. So this right here is really unique leaf shape. Beautiful undersides as well, opposite leaves. Golden indumint on the veins too. This is a Sertandra. This is a Gesneriad. There it is right there. Fuzzy corollas. If you look inside that flower, you'll see a Lamiales style of perianth arrangement. 4 stamens. And where's the style? It's got to be in there somewhere. Well, you know, I am really about to eat shit right now. This is not a stable slope. It's a fucking beautiful plant, though. So fuzzy. Ooh. So, believe it or not, this plant with these drip tips is a maple. And you can see as those tips kind of twist a little bit, the undersides, as they hint at, the undersides are covered in this beautiful white stomatal wax. This is Acer laurinum. think it's one of the only maples in the Philippines. This is just a little guy. They get a lot bigger. Of course, goddamn, what a beautiful plant, man. Look at that. Very different leaves from most maples that you might be used to in the U.S. Tropical maples. Woo, I'm sweating like a whore in church, man. Climbing up this fucking mountain. We went up 1,100 feet in a mile. Is that an aroid or Freycinetia? Yeah, it looks like a Freycinetia. It's supposed to be Phyllocladus, which is a cool conifer. Look at the bark on this thing, too. Beautiful. Oh. And this right here, this big old boy, that is an Agathis. It's a conifer. It's a relative of the quote-unquote monkey puzzle tree. God, I hate that name. It's so stupid. Look at it. Just and the relative of a closer relative of the Corys, the famous Cory tree in New Zealand. Just a giant telephone pole. Just a giant orange cylinder in the forest. God, I wonder how old this thing's got to be. It's got typical Agathis bark. You can see it's peeling, and then it's got these little pimples on it, little tiny warts. Those are just lenticels. It's got an aroid going up it too. God damn, that's remarkable, man. And then if you could just barely see the Agathis leaves up there. Agathis philippinensis, which I think has been lumped into Agathis albina. Either way, it's a fucking beautiful monstrosity. You can see those leaves up there. They look like angiosperm leaves, but they've got parallel venation. And of course, it produces a cone. Wonder what the cone of this looks like. Probably very beautiful. It's an absolute beast, man. Pleasure to meet you, sir. I hope if anybody ever tries to cut you down, you fall on them and kill them. Nice fern. Look at that fuzzy rhizome, that creeping root. Glabrous with no hint of sore. Nice purple vein, nice purple mid-vein. Getting a little bit more light and not as tall of a forest canopy here. Got a nice strobilanthus right there. Acanthacea, opposite leaves, zygomorphic corolla. There's another one right there. Genus is pretty common here. There you go, look into my floral tube. Oh, beautiful turkey tail. Is that a Trametes? Look at it. Oh, that thing's a stunner. Some sort of stalked polyport. Just, just eating this dead log. More elatostemma, which is urticaceae. Very species-rich genus. Oh, this is a bizarre fern. I've never seen one like this before. You can see it's got that dark stem. And it's just popping. It must be a large rhizome underground. Look at the underside, though. Beautiful. Nice colors. You do your bathroom in it. Why do I always bring that up? You could do your bathroom however you like. You don't need to listen to me. Just look at the beautiful venation on this fucking... Where's the sporophyll, though? I'd love to see what the sporophyll... Let me see what your sporophylls look like. Where they at? I don't see any. What selects for a form like that? That thing is fucking incredible. Just bizarre and cool. Nice Freycinetia, by the way. Pandanaceae. Oh, it's a steep fucking climb. Jesus Christ, it's brutal. Holy shit, look at how beautiful that thing is in bud. God, that's wild. So fuzzy, but still no sporangia, no sori. There we go. There's a sporophyll. You can see the sori on there. God, those colors are beautiful. Massive colony of those things right here. So we're up here at, I guess the elevation, we're at 5,500 feet now, roughly. It's been a hell of a climb, and we're in the shorter canopy forest. We got this really interesting orchid right here. It's a dangler, glaucous blue, and bracts all over the, I guess it probably just flowers from in between the bracts. Not flowering right now, but more interesting to me, we got this specimen of Phyllocladus, which is another ancient-ass, bizarre conifer, and that you also find in New Zealand, and I think there's some in Tasmania. Where else have I seen it? Oh, yeah, New Caledonia. So this is an old world Gondwanan conifer, and you can see it's got those somewhat, again, primitive leaves. They're phylloclades, technically. They're little bits of extensions of the stem. You can see the venation is very simple, not branching, parallel, and another cool conifer, another cool gymnosperm. There's the leaves right there. New Zealand's got 2 or 3 species, some really interesting ones. But that was one of the lineages that first got me into botany. I was really into all these old-ass coniferous trees that were around when the dinosaurs were around. You can see this one's not doing too well. Its main shoot just died back up there, and it's re-sprouting. But I saw a couple other ones. Oh yeah, there's some foliage right there at the base. So we're taking specimens for the herbarium in Manila. And so I clipped one of the top branches off, and I couldn't see. These leaves don't look really good. I wonder if that's a rust fungus. I wonder if it's being attacked or what. Even the new foliage has it. Bright green sprays of new foliage. That's kind of curious. Evolved in the Triassic, might go out in the Anthropocene. Here's a hediotis right here. It's like a vining hediotis. Rubiaceae with 4 petals. And yellow panicles, nice. I wonder what's hitting this. Probably some sort of moth. Ooh, look, you got fuzz coming out of that perianth. Trichomes on the inside of the corolla, external out of that perianth, along with the stamens. Opposite leaves, glabrous as hell. Again, in this short canopy forest with the Phyllocladus and all the other stuff. Nice. Nice Freycinetia. Oh, there's a Freycinetia in fruit. You can see it just looks like a little pineapple. A compound fruit. Here's another Phyllocladus. You can see that they're not large trees to begin with. You see this one's also re-sprouting from the base and from the sides. Oh, that's some lovely foliage, sir. Let's look at your stomatal wax. You got any? Yeah, that one's pretty healthy, I'd say. Old ass lineage. God, I love these things, man. It's like the same fascination I had with dinosaurs when I was a kid. It's what they are. They're photosynthetic dinosaurs. Ooh, there's another Phyllocladus. This one's actually a little bit bigger. So as we get higher, they're getting significantly larger. I'd say it's about 30 feet tall, 10 meters. But always with the side shoots. Lots of sprouting. It's all covered in orchids and mosses and all kinds of interesting shit. Freycinetias. Alright, this thing's throwing me for a loop. What is it? It's like a moss and a fungus banged. Is it just a basidio lichen or what is it, man? Jesus. Really bizarre. Feels like a sponge. It's like a spongy. I guess it's a lichen. It's all I can. Shit. I don't know what. What is it? Oh, it's incredible. Whatever it is. Nice melastome too. Nice anthocyanin pigments. Wonder if that's a metania or what. Here is quite an interesting palm. It's got this kind of reddish pubescence on the rachis of the leaflets, and this sheath, this purple sheath. And then here is, you can see that bracts falling off. There are the flowers. And what the shit is that? I guess those are the flowers emerging from those bracts. And look at this melastome with the new leaves are like a bright orange and heavily woolly. It's wild. And the buds are as well. They got a lot of trichomes on them. That's wild, man. I'd love to see a flowering. Bummer. It's like a large shrub. There you go. That's the Cauliflorus zygium. Myrtaceae, the guava family. Those flowers don't smell nice. They look like they would, but they don't. Probably pollinated by flies or that giant butterfly you just saw flying around in the background right there. But you can see they go quite a ways up the stem. And then you can get a hint of the opposite leaves up there. I think this butterfly is trying, I think he's trying to hit him. I think he's waiting for me to leave. Oh, yeah, he's not even waiting anymore. There he goes. I guess we know what pollinates it. Oh, it kind of smells like a pumpkin that went bad. There was another plant that I smelled that kind of had a floral scent like that. I wonder what that's about. I wonder what that's attracting.